And they're anchoring the nation's best interior defense through 3 games. Well, enough with the festivities. Let's get to basketball. Kentucky versus Louisville for the 60th time here in Lexington, and it's the Cards who come up with the opening tip. Joseph Vasili, Dee Kantner, Eric Bruton are officials tonight, and a Louisville team that comes in 2-1 on the year. An early drive for Jalea Williams.
It's going to be tough to guard all night. You got to be able to get over on that support line, but what a great grip and go there.
Kentucky led by their new general, Georgia Amoore. She's had a lot of success against Kentucky as Key has the first basket of the night for the Cats.
Clara Strack denied.
The Louisville team, and as we mentioned, extremely young this year. A couple of freshmen, Roberts and Randolph, in the starting lineup. Here's Randolph, and she draws the early foul inside.
You really just have to start playing in it. There's no real way to prepare. What are the expectations? You have to make your own.
Randolph goes 2 for 2. Two different styles of play in this game. A Louisville team that loves to speed it up. A Kentucky team that's towards the bottom third in the country in terms of pace of play. Here's the turnaround from Strack. Here's a chance for the Cards to run. Williams inside, couldn't finish, and Strack grabs the rebound. Amoore ahead of the pack. Key hauls it in, works inside, and a kiss off the glass for 2.
I know we just talked about pace, but already I think Kentucky's doing a good job matching that pace. And I know I said they're going to take what the defense gives them. You can't make those transitional errors, especially early.
The Louisville team, almost 50% of their points scored by freshmen this year. How would they respond inside a historic Memorial Coliseum that's packed to the rafters? Randolph's blocked inside, and Key's off to a great start.
She's those players that every coach wants to play. She does the little things right. She runs the floor. I think she's poised on the defense. She has great footwork down low.
Key looking to go inside for Strack. Tough catch and the finish. That high-low game so impressive for the Cats.
Yeah, especially when they swing the ball from one side to the other. It's very hard for the defense to shift. And if you are tall enough to throw it in there, I think they played enough with each other to really get that feel of where their player's going to be.
McKinley Randolph, top 25 recruit in the country this year. Down low, Olivia Cochran works on Strack. Fadeaway 2, came up short. Amoore pushing. Stops on a dime. Into the paint. Fadeaway 2 is good.
That's beautiful basketball right there.
He went to the Final Four in 2023, ACC regular season champs a year ago. Here's Williams after the stoppage, quiets the crowd.
And we've seen it already. Her ability just to go downhill. If you're not ready moving your feet going side to side, she's going to burn you every time.
A lot of speed at the top of the backcourt for this Louisville side. Amoore threw it away. Louisville just one of their last 7 from the field to start. Cochran, extra pass. Here's Russell for 3. Cash money.
A beautiful possession.
Georgia Amoore, one of the best point guards in the country throughout her career. Turned it over. Roberts going the other way into the body, and the tough finish for 22 in red. Bria, how do you do that in an environment like this?
Oh, it's tough, but it's fun. You got to remember, it's just a game. This is what you practice so hard for. I think they do a good job in the off season, but you have to be able to, when the lights are on, the game is on.
Another deep shot clock possession. Tough catch from Lawrence in the finish for her first basket.
Man, talk about threading the needle. That was a tough, high difficulty degree pass there.
Williams the other way, missed it, got it back. Russell from 15 feet. And Williams another offensive rebound, but a travel called.
I think that would have been Louisville's basketball, but she put it exactly where she needed to be successful.
This game of inches, it feels like it's magnified in matchups like this.
Yeah, because it is. I mean, not only with the crowd, but you also have that pressure of breaking the streak.
Amoore pulls in the lane and hits for 2. Loaded class for Jeff Walls.
Yeah, it is. And again, when you have so many freshmen coming in at one time, you might have trouble seeing the bigger picture early, but give it a year, these players are going to be extremely hard to stop, and I know that's exactly how Jeff coaches his team. Both teams have to be able to find a way to settle down. 11
turnovers in total early on. Shot clock off. Kentucky can hold for the final shot. Amoore guarded. And Georgia Amoore to inbound. 8.3 left on the game clock. Amoore gets it back, works baseline, up and under, and gives Kentucky the lead. Here comes Louisville. Arenas for three. Came up short. And 10 minutes in.
The unforced turnovers, when you're trying to really thread the needle there, instead of making the easier pass. We know what she's capable of. She has proven herself time and time again. Now it's just about going out and doing it. Especially when you're a player, you know and you're confident that you've done the work. Then it's just all about going out there and having some fun.
Previous matchups against this Louisville team at Virginia Tech, she had Liz Kitley, doesn't have her. And they travel out of the break. Bree, look at this Louisville side. What impressed you in that opening quarter?
Well, I was actually just looking at their assists and looking at their points. They're not sharing the ball well, but they're able to beat the player off the dribble and staying high off the glass, just like that.
Georgia Amoore 6 points in the early going. Here's Teonni Key. And a rebound for Louisville. Up ahead, Harris running the court. And we'll head to the free throw line.
You talk about a workhorse. My goodness. Those are those winning plays that coaches love to see. Again, those are things that aren't always taught. You got to have that grit.
Harris can't convert. Key grabs the rebound. That foul was on Lexi Blue, the freshman out of Orlando, Florida, who just checked in. And Key threw it away. And Kentucky's been sloppy.
The energy. Get those big plays. Get a good stop on defense. See if you can get some easy buckets to really pick up that energy.
Williams got around Amoore. Missed it. Got it back and finishes.
The pressure's really getting to them. Being able to see where their teammates is very tough right now. I think being able to get and really settle down is really going to help them a lot.
Amoore open for three, cans it. That one had to feel good. Just 3 of 17 from downtown to begin the year. Cochran works inside and finishes for 2. First basket.
Well, let me start with Amoore. Being able to see one go in feels good as a shooter. Almost like that rim just opens up further and further.
They say it starts feeling like you're throwing a beach ball in the ocean as Lawrence with a tough finish. Forces that brain to be sped up just a little bit.
It does, and you don't want to panic.
Williams steps in, good look, and hits. He's off to a great start tonight, 8 points. Cross-court pass for Amoore. Lawrence trying to get going. Key, offensive rebound. Second chance, has it, blocked, and punched ahead. Here comes Randolph, downhill, and the easy finish for 2.
She worked hard for that one. What a beautiful block, a beautiful closeout, a hand high, butt down to get back and get a beautiful layup.
No, Amoore finds a wide open Strack.
That's how you pick apart this defense, being able to see where your player's at, but with passes. Not a lot of dribbling in between, not a lot of fooling around with the basketball. See where that open player is and get it to him quick.
Side-to-side passing for Louisville, trying to open up some space. They go in for Cochran. She's 2 games away from now being in the top 10 in program history and career games played, and she'll miss the 15-footer. Looking like her dad, Zach, who was a stud in the NBA, a former All-Star. Key got the home roll.
Outside is getting it out quick or getting that defensive skill to really get that transition going.
Cochran wants the 3. And a strong rebound for Key. Pitch ahead. Lawrence blocked by Cochran. And she's fired up.
Talk about a hustle play. That play looks dead.
In the month of March, because this one has a feel of a game like that.
Absolutely. From the crowd to the level of play.
Louisville just 1 for their last 7 from the field. High arcing shot from Roberts ends the drought.
But you have to be able to come out and know exactly where they're at.
Amoore got the switch. Now guarded by Williams. Inside, Key wide open. Kentucky back within 3, and the shot clock off. Louisville can hold for 1.
And I didn't think she was going to get it there in time. She was open for quite a while down low, but she was able to get it away from the defense. Did a good job going right in.
It's getting loud in the HMC. Under 10 to go in the first half. Williams guarded by Key. 5. Williams cuts through the lane, up and under, can't finish, and Hassett grabs the rebound. And after a half of basketball, Louisville and Kentucky separated by just 3. Louisville 2-0, small sample size when leading at the half this season. They were 20-3 a year ago. Jeff Walz, throughout his career as the head coach here for Louisville, has shown the ability when leading at the half to close out games. We'll see if Louisville can do it here. Third quarter action, Louisville and Kentucky separated by just 3 after a half of play. Harris stopped in the paint. Williams lost it. Lawrence picked it up. Key running the floor, ahead for 7. And can't finish in transition. And Strack going to pick up her first personal.
Be disruptive, which in that possession I think they absolutely were. The Wildcats came out and had a lot of really good communication, which led to the steal.
Hey, we'll forgive you, Bria. Jeff Walz's defense, they're hard to diagnose.
Yeah, it really is.
He's a maestro over there defensively. Known as one of the best defensive coaches in the country. Here's McKinley Randolph, talented freshman, works on Hassett and gets Louisville going here in the second half.
That was great footwork, just recognizing where the defense is. And if you don't send help, I think Randolph does a good job taking advantage of that.
Lawrence going to work downhill, draws the foul. It'll be on the floor. Baseline out of bounds. Coming 153-4 when holding their opponents to fewer than 59 points. Mission accomplished in that first half is 27.
Yeah, and that's a huge stat. That's probably what they've talked about with a big shot there by Lawrence coming back, getting this crowd on their feet when they push the guard one way or another. And I think she did just that legally.
Lawrence celebrated like she had drawn the offensive foul. Instead, it stays with Louisville, and Randolph hits the top 2.
Just right down the middle. Her power and her agility, I think, sets her apart from the freshmen. And as she continues to elevate her game, Randolph's going to be a huge asset with her power.
It's the all-time record at Sierra Canyon for career points and rebounds. She's going to be a good one. Key lost it. Got it back. It was sitting on the end line.
You just cut them off at the knees and go straight down the gut.
Up top for Williams. Picked up by Amoore. Louisville trying to put the game in motion. Harris with the screen. Roberts serpentining, threw it up and got it to go.
Whew. You talk about shifty. That was great footwork, staying composed. I know that's that long, athletic defense on the Kentucky side, so being able to kind of just weave your way and contort your body in a way was very tough.
She plays with so much poise out there.
She does. It's like she's never rushed.
Key and gets the runner. Double figures for Teonni Key. And Roberts feeling inspired, but called for the travel.
It's almost like she shot it low with high hands.
Looked like Houdini in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Kentucky within 4. Trailed by 3 at the break. Key faces up Harris. Got into the body and draws the contact.
I think their defense, I think they're a lot more in tune, despite a couple things that went wrong. Louisville gets out and really denies those passing lanes.
To your point, Amoore's not had an easy catch all night.
Exactly. And I think that's a huge difference, but here they are back in the zone.
So the lead is 3 for Louisville. This one's been tight all night long, and 3 seconds in the lane goes against Harris. So back to Kentucky. These two teams have given us a number of dandies over the year, and this one's shaping up like another one.
Yeah, it is. That speaks to the rivalry. Now, you said only 7 players have actually experienced this type of rivalry, but here's Amoore with the big shot.
Second three of the game.
Big shot by a big-time player. You cannot, under any circumstances, lead, and that's going to get the BBN up on their feet.
Game is tied at 36. Harris trying to silence the crowd, working amongst the trees, nowhere to go. 5 on the shot clock. Roberts guarded by Amoore, threw it up, and the prayer isn't answered. Hassett with the rebound, and Kentucky can take their first lead of the game.
Stringing along, possession after possession is really going to get Kentucky the advantage. I think being able to not only get the offensive points, but coming back, that's a huge defensive possession as well.
And Kentucky did lead earlier. Misspoke, got ahead of myself. Just enjoying this game. Hassett into the post, up and under, and Kentucky regains the lead.
I thought that possession was a little bit too stagnant, but what a reward there for Hassett.
And a timeout on the floor. Kentucky and Big Blue Nation starting to feel themselves tonight in Lexington.
But you got to be able to take that momentum and really do something with it.
She's the former SEC Freshman of the Year, Bria Goss. I'm Noah Frary. We've got a good one here in the third quarter. Kentucky on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes and change. Louisville going to try to end that. Istanbululu can't. And the rebound for Amoore. Just trying to get it ahead for Lawrence, but coughed it up. Williams inside, fouled. Leading Louisville in scoring. It's been a very balanced attack. Williams has 8. This crowd's getting loud. Harris sinks the second.
Being able to stay one step ahead, really cut him off.
Lawrence got there. Cochran.
But I don't think it was a dirty play. I think that was just an aggressive play. Now you got to be smart with 2 fouls.
It must have been in the body because the block looked pretty clean on that. Dazia Lawrence, one of the big-time additions for Kenny Brooks, comes over after a standout career at Charlotte. Here's Cochran, a chance to atone. Kicks, Berry for 3, bingo! Louisville regains the lead.
Great inside out there. I think that's one of the best shots that shooters like. Get it down, kick it out. That's how they get those rebounds.
First field goal in 3.5 minutes there for Louisville. Amoore guarded by Williams. Screen's going to come. There's the hedge for Cochran. Amoore looking inside for Strack, who has rolled it off the rim, and Cochran with the rebound.
Just being able to come back out against not only the player on the floor, but the crowd as well.
You think these cards are good now? Give them a year or two. Back out. Berry wants another. She's got it. Welcome to the rivalry, youngin.
Get it in. Get it right back out. See if the defense can make some adjustments.
Kentucky going to try to answer. And Hassett, her foot was on the sideline. A 6-0 run over the last minute for Louisville to regain the lead. You looked at this matchup and you just didn't know how it was going to go. These two teams very evenly matched. And so far tonight, it's played out that way. Berry, a heat check. Oh, my! Amari Berry, 3 for 3 from 3 in the third. And the lead is 7 for Louisville.
Oh, now that shot there, that was better than both of the other ones combined. Off the dribble, see where the defense is at. And we talked about heat check.
Amoore looking for the answer. She's got it.
Amoore said we're not done yet. It was a great shot there. Really getting the defense off balance to see if she can get and free herself up for a good shot.
These two teams have combined 9 for their last 12 from the field. Quick math, that's 75%. Berry's feeling good. Here's Cochran. High stepping. And out of bounds. It goes back to Kentucky, who can take the final shot.
Yeah, 2 top 25 teams going at it. Despite the turnovers, I think this is almost a perfect game.
And you got Bria Goss courtside.
It's so good to be back.
Under 10 on the game clock. Amoore's got it. Trying to find an opening. Amoore into the lane. Blocked. And that'll be how the third quarter comes to an end. Louisville and Kentucky. Well, we have got a game heading to the fourth quarter. Let's reset a little bit. Louisville has won 7 consecutive games in this series. Kentucky's last win against the Cards coming in 2015, and everything's still on the table as we get set for the fourth quarter. Georgia Amoore leading all players with 15. Got downhill, and Amoore having another good night.
A beautiful downhill attack, and what a pretty finish with the inside hand.
Russell back out for Berry. Wants another three. Oh my word! 4 for her last 4. Career high 12 tonight for Amari Berry.
You know, and as a player too, knowing that this school was also in her top 3, kind of have that little edge as well, trying to get in there and really make a play.
Key trying to answer, does. Key with 13, just one off her career high. Russell trying to extend the lead, can't. And the rebound for Lawrence. She'll push. Inside, Lawrence denied by Cochran. But Kentucky keeps the basketball. Very so talented. Kentucky basketball. Strack hits. This game could reverberate through the state of Kentucky for a long time. Williams spinning, ran into Strack. Tie up.
Standing, ball watching, not really making a move or moving with the team.
Key fell down. Russell benefits. Snapped a 2-minute and 15-second scoreless drought for the Cards. Lead back to 3. These two have been within 4 for much of the third quarter and the early part here of the fourth. Lawrence, the answer. Got the shooter's touch. How did that one go in?
You know, I've seen the shooter's roll. I've seen the toilet bowl, but I'm not exactly sure what that was. It looked like a dud, and it went in.
Good cut. Berry! And Key was there again. But a foul called. So Berry, who's had a big second half at the charity stripe. 13 tonight in her first taste of the rivalry. Make it 14 now.
This is where you really want to zone in on staying disciplined. You don't want to give up anything easy.
Amoore! Too strong. Lawrence offensive rebound over Berry. Big 2 for Dazia Lawrence.
Talk about the elevation. One thing about it, you cannot miss. Every single possession has to be taken care of and get it done.
A 1-point game here in the HMC. Berry turned the corner, airballed it, and Kentucky will have the basketball. Kentucky last led with 2:47 to go in the third quarter. They won't take the lead here. Roberts couldn't hit, but was fouled. 130th pairing between those two, and Roberts out of the break misses the first free throw. A big moment here for the freshman and a big-time environment. And Roberts calmly sinks the second. More of that patented full-court pressure. Kentucky's had trouble with it all night long. A season-high 19 turnovers. There's 31 in their first 3 games combined. But within 2 with 4:44 to go in the fourth. Amoore looking inside for Strack. Strack works, and this one is tied.
Talk about poise and patience, reading the defense. Great job, great pass to get in there, seeing if that doubles come, and which it didn't. What do? Same thing she's done all season. She right over the defense.
It's been 2 minutes and 45 seconds since Louisville last had a basket from the field. Trying to change that. Roberts going to use the screen. Gets downhill, and it'll be an offensive foul on Harris. Kentucky basketball. It's going to take some of that down the stretch if they want to end a 7-game drought to these Louisville Cards dating back to 2015. Hedge Kane. Strack fell down and now threw it away. Williams ahead. Roberts in transition. The fans wanted a walk, but Roberts gives the Cards the lead. It doesn't hurt them, though. Trailing by 2, under 3 to go here in the fourth. Strack can't tie it up. Williams will push. Picked up by Amoore. Inside for Cochran. Spins. And can't give Louisville some much-needed breathing room. Remember, Key has 4 fouls. Amoore went down. Hassett, tough catch. Drives. And we're tied.
And that's how it's done. Louisville's really put a lot of pressure trying to speed up this Kentucky team, but they're staying in it. They're staying poised.
56 apiece, and this sold-out crowd getting to their feet. What a game tonight here inside Historic Memorial Coliseum. Cochran can't connect. And with every miss, this crowd gets louder. It's been a long time since Kentucky has walked away with a win in this game. They've lost 7 in a row. Amoore, downhill, no. Key grabbed it. Possession arrow's going to keep it with Kentucky. She will inbound. 56 apiece, and Hassett will head to the free throw line.
You got to be able to know and not have those communication errors down the stretch.
Hassett calmly sinks the first. She was playing junior college basketball a year ago at Eastern Florida State. Their team All-American. And Hassett gives Kenny Brooks his side the 2-point edge. And this capacity crowd starting to make their presence felt. Williams denied. It was Strack. Hassett passes up the 3. Strack extra pass. And now Kentucky slows it down. And it'll be a timeout for Kenny Brooks. Hassett will inbound. The Wildcats clinging to a 2-point edge. They ran Cochran and Amoore. Got it out of her hands. Under 10 on the shot clock. Strack. Key's got it. 5. Key nearly threw it away. Ball on the ground. And a shot clock violation gives it back to Louisville. 23rd turnover.
And see exactly what they missed.
2-point game, under a minute to go in the fourth. 60th edition of the Battle of the Bluegrass. It's lived up to the billing. Harris can't tie it. Strack in trouble. Found Lawrence. She's fouled. And will head to the free throw line. Kentucky with a chance to grow the lead.
Discipline that woman has right there is what's going to set her apart.
Lawrence, a career 80% free throw shooter. And misses the first. You want this one. It makes a 3 that Louisville would need to tie. In and out. And Jeff Walls calls a timeout to advance it into the front court.
But if you are able to put pressure on her, get her out, that is a completely different ball game.
Louisville's got a couple of timeouts left. Possession arrow in their favor. They give it to Barry. Corner. Russell. And this one tied. And now Kenny Brooks calls a timeout.
From Louisville, but being able to come out, take care of the ball, know where it's at.
Louisville fans will remember 23 by Georgia Amoore a year ago when she was at Virginia. 25 in that 2023 ACC championship. Amoore's got it. The page is blank. Amoore can write a fairy tale here tonight. Guarded by Williams. 8 on the game clock. Fans growing restless. Amoore serpentining. Step back. Blocked. Cochran's got it. And we will have overtime in Lexington. Overtime upcoming. 58 apiece here in Lexington. 4th overtime in series history. And Roberts secures the opening rebound. Last time these two teams went to overtime, it was 2016 in Louisville. Louisville jumped out to a 5-0 start in overtime and hung on for the 69-67 win in a classic. Cochran working on Strack, kicks out, Russell for 3, and Strack has the rebound. And look at the big run the court. They sold out Historic Memorial Coliseum. And these Kentucky fans on pins and needles. 17 tonight for Amoore. Down low for Strack. Here's Hassett. Can't give the Wildcats the lead, but Key has another offensive rebound. Amoore. And Key, look at her battle. And draws the foul. 8 rebounds tonight for Teonni Key, and bonus carries over in overtime, so she will shoot 2. Hits that free throw, tied her career high of 14. She's got a new one with 15. In the hands of Jalea Williams, the Miami transfer. Williams works on Amoore, blocked from behind.
Didn't like the no call there.
Williams goes in for Cochran. She's going to work on Strack, but called for the travel. Into the hands of Amoore. Leads all scorers with 17 tonight. Now Lawrence. Amoore gets it back. Uses the screen. Hedge comes from Cochran. Now the double team. 10 on the shot clock. Hassett. Lawrence. Corner 3. Off the mark. And a foul on Russell.
Amoore was poised coming out of that ball screen, saw the trap. Again, that's very hard for defenses to recover.
12 tonight for Clara Strack. Could be just over 3 minutes away from picking up their first win since 2015. Roberts, guarded by Amoore, got around her. In trouble, up to Barry, who's had a huge second half. Cochran's 18-footer, strong. And an offensive rebound to Nyla Harris at the free throw line. And misses the first.
And here's Harris.
Only top 25 game in the nation today. Show pressure here from Louisville. They get it into the hands of Amoore. Amoore fell down and stepped out of bounds. Kentucky leading by 3 here in overtime. Roberts, the young, talented freshman, has it at the top. Harris drives on Key, who has 4 fouls, and Key comes up with a huge block. Kentucky gets it across midcourt. Wildcats looking for some breathing room. Hassett fouled, and that'll be 5 fouls on Marissa Russell.
People, not only with her footwork, but with her long arms and the athleticism.
Hassett hits the first, and I misspoke. Now 4 fouls on Russell. One of those earlier fouls was credited to Harris, who also has 4 fouls. Hassett's been so good down the stretch. Hits both free throws. The Kentucky faithful can feel it. Arenas into the game. Roberts drove on Lawrence, got into the body. And Roberts now will head to the free throw line. The young, talented freshman. 4th consecutive game in double figures to begin her Louisville career. And she's got her team within 3. Amoore guarded by Williams, looking for Lawrence. She'll keep it. Under 10 on the shot clock. Amoore, one of the best in the country. Amoore, down low, Strack, fade away, won't go. Kentucky can tie with a 3. And a timeout for Jeff Walz.
But there's a new appreciation all of a sudden for women's basketball, and they're living up to their name.
Amari Berry's got it. And Lawrence picks it up. Here goes Lawrence. Louisville looking for a quick answer. Roberts can't give them one. Hassett grabs it. She's fouled and will head the other way. That over their last 12 games against ranked opponents, winless, 986 days since their last win over a ranked team. That was number 1 South Carolina in that 22 SEC championship. Trying to end the drought tonight. Hassett hits the second. And now a 2-possession game in Lexington. Louisville probably needs a quick 3. Cochran takes it, misses it. Hassett has the rebound into the hands of Amoore. Somehow evaded the defense. And Louisville chooses not to foul. It's going to be Kentucky tonight.
Held each other accountable. This game wasn't perfect on their end. It was far from perfect.
One of the best point guards in the country. Hits them both. Kentucky won 6 of 7 from 2009 to 2016, but Jeff Walz' side has won 7 straight. That streak could come to an end tonight. Amoore with the steal. Ahead for Key. And Kentucky. A double-digit lead in overtime. And Barry stepped out at once. And Big Blue Nation can celebrate tonight. Kentucky's going to pick up a win against their in-state rivals for the first time since 2015.
Beautiful basketball there. Just keeping your head on the swivel, knowing where the ball is at. Get down the floor, lay it up, come on back, get a defensive stop. Beautiful basketball.
Over for Hassett. And look at the scenes. Big Blue Nation's waited a long time for this one. Kentucky back on tour on the Battle of the Bluegrass. And for the first time since 2015, it's Kentucky State.